Thanks, Carl. That was quite an introduction for what's about to happen. It's like bad sex. The build-up takes forever, but I'm unlikely to get you off. I find it really difficult to start and end routines, so I thought I'd take the same approach as I do with sex. Start by telling you how bad I'm going to be and then finish early. I've been doing this for a little while and I still feel incredibly nervous about getting up on stage and talking to anyone about anything. So much so I was shaking and twitching so much on the way over. The woman on the train asked if I was in Back to the Future. If you got that reference, you Oh, it's slow uptake, but thank you. Yes, that was in poor taste. And he's still alive, and he was 30 when he did that film. What have you done with your life? One way to combat nerves is just to practice, and rehearse. I do it in the mirror at home, I record myself. It goes well, but I find it really difficult to replicate the microphone. I've used hairbrushes and remote controls and spoons and things, but the one thing I find that really works is a vibrator. It's just got that weight to it. You know? One minor drawback: it's slightly embarrassing when someone walks in on you using it in your ass. I'm often quite intimidated by all these wonderful acts on the board, mainly because they're more professional, more experienced than I am. So I thought I'd take the approach that I would laugh slightly less at their jokes than they do at mine. I keep getting the feeling I'm being undercut. Actually, everyone's really generous with their laughter and applause, actually, so thank you. Everyone's really generous with their laughter and their applause. Calm down, it's not a Tom Jones concert. I could totally be Tom Jones. So actually when you're around comics quite a lot, what you do find is that when they laugh really hard at a joke, what they're actually trying to do is hide the utter disdain that they didn't think of that joke first. And if they really go for it, if they're like, woo! What that actually translates as, you son of a bitch, I've got that on my set later and I'm going to have to rewrite. I'm not bothered though, by the time I get on stage I'll be in sunny Mexico. I say Mexico because it sounds exotic. I live in Guildford. I say Guildford, I actually live in Woking. I say Woking. Actually, I can't think of anywhere worse than Woking. Maybe Croydon. Aldershot, well done, thank you. I've got a lot of Woking friends who love that. Actually, where I live is really nice. There's a conservation area. You know, I'm doing all right for myself. 10 years of working a job I hate, but at least I'm deeply unhappy. It's really nice. There's a pond, there's foliage, there's an abundance of waterfowl. But I struggle because I can't tell the difference between a coot and a moorhen. So I looked it up. It turns out I'm lonely and depressed. I'm not depressed. I'd go and see a doctor, actually. What they will do is they probably offer you medication because, well, we've got to pay the shareholders of the big pharmaceutical companies. Satire. No, they'll offer you antidepressants, and what they will say is do not drink on antidepressants. Now, I'm not a clinician, and this should probably come with a medical disclaimer. You should try and do what I do. Try and see who wins. Currently, citalopram is leading wine, and sertraline is beating Scotch 3-0 at the cup final. Actually, that's not true. Scotch will win. Scotch always wins. I worry I drink too much, but I took an alcohol awareness test, aced it, 70% proof. Actually, alcohol kind of balances me out, makes me like a normal person. Without it, I'm the clumsiest man on the planet. I've tripped over that step and hit my head on there before I've come in. I'm also the only person that has possibly walked out of his front door, tripped over the Jordan, thrown his keys back inside and got locked out. But it's okay because I also left my dignity in there. I'm going to leave you with one thing. It's a quote from my favourite poem, one of my favourite poems, you would have heard of it. It's The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. So bear with me for this. Leave thy loneliness unbroken, leave thy bust above thy door. Take thy beak from out thy heart, take thy form from out thy door. Quoth the raven, caw, 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 caw. Because birds don't talk. Always a pleasure, never a chore.